Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, lovely sausages. Welcome to the 299th episode. Oh, fucking hell. Is the camera acting up again? It is. Hold on a sec. Oh, God. Why can't anything work? Yes, cancel. Restart. Is this now working properly? No, it's not. Oh, fucking hell. Deactivate. No, why does it not work like last time? Grr. Now, try this again. Hang on. Now this should be, hopefully. Way better. Ah! I bend it to my will. Hello, Amanda. Lovely to see you. Jill Orinoco. As you can see, no, Jerry, he's knee-deep in preparations for Salut. By the way, can anybody explain to me why a English tabletop convention is called the same as a French greeting? Salut. Let's go and look at the miniatures at Salut. So, I'm going to be painting a few little miniatures. Maximus. Hello, Mr. Wonky Goblin. And Lucy. And the Ghoul. And last but not least, CX404. Because the English are actually French and don't want to admit it. Well, yeah. A valid point. So, if I just remember which color I had used last time. Wing it! I hope you lot have something hobby-wise achievable done in the last few days. How's your planting go, Jill? Your other spring clean project? It looked very well planned, to say the least. You put more effort into planning your garden than I do in actually maintaining ours, to be honest. Oh, you had just a storm, no planting. Well, I'm pretty sure the weather will be brightening up sooner or later. Probably rather later than sooner, but you know, it is what it is. You pay for yours? Okay, yeah, that's probably an incentive then to actually do good on it, or to properly use it and not just leave it sitting like I am. You say it's just a raised bed, but it's more work than many people actually seem to know or seem to care about doing in their own backyard. And let's be honest, even if it's just a handful of potatoes and carrots or something, at the end of the day, they taste way better than anything you get from the store, in my opinion. I'd shank a bitch for an actual garden. I hope I translated that correctly in my head. Please do not stab anyone. Stabbing is not very. I mean, technically, if you stab someone and you get into prison and you get appointed head gardening duties, well, that's one way of achieving your goal. But I don't think that's the way you want it. It's shank or be shanked. Ah, yeah. Good evening, Mr. Kebop. He's giving away his garden because he's lazy or not interested, or both. On the list for 6 years are British people that keen on having their own allotment. And here people have their garden and fill them full of rubble and gravel, make themselves a stone garden because they can't be asked to mow the lawn every now and again. And the funny thing is, we have something similar to your allotment, which is translated as small gardeners. So it's basically a small plot of land within a larger larger space, and you get something like 10 by 10 meters, and you can more or less do what you want as long as you follow certain homeowners rules or something. Nothing I would fancy. I mean, I can get behind people saying, no, I don't want to grow my own veggies, but for the love of God, just let some plants grow. People completely underestimate how much that does for your really, really local climate. And I'm not talking about global grander schemes, but actually the degrees it saves you in summer, the better air quality and all. It's where your granddad went away for your grandma. Secret to a happy marriage. So similar to when Mrs. Pete buys him a new 40k set to get him off the streets. By the way, has anybody seen Panzer Kaputt lately? I haven't seen hide nor hair from him. I put raised beds in my front garden with horrible blue water pipes. Oops, just to annoy the neighbors. Annoying neighbors seems to be a hobby on its own. Are you growing anything in them, or is it just some water play? Any of you lot going to salute? I'm guessing... Ewok probably is. Am I right? You're going to salute. There might be some kale underneath, please. If somebody wants to grow something with the least amount of maintenance done to it, grow some potatoes. They do everything on their own. At least that's my experience from past years where strawberries get eaten by snails, cherries get eaten by birds. Peas work relatively fine, but potatoes are the least work so far. Yeah, technically you could just grow weeds or anything else that's just locally what's in your biome. Now I need some reference pictures. Where's Lucy? There's Lucy. That's yellow. Oh, that's yellow. Why are the stripes yellow? I hate painting yellow. Dark brown here. Where's me brown? Ewok, I can totally get that. If it were to my taste, I would just do one big plot of grass and go over it with a mower once every 2 months. But yeah, I'm not alone in this part, so we need to find a middle ground. Plus, a gardener costs money, and they wouldn't have any way getting their tools inside our garden. No big tools, at least. Why am I using the biggest paintbrush available to me? I don't know. So next week will be our 300th episode. Can you believe it? 300 Tuesdays with me rambling about other people's paint jobs. What a silly thought. No, you won't get any hot tub. You lot have a really weird fixation of hot tubs. That's unhealthy. Very unhealthy, let me tell you. Now, the big question is, since there's so much yellow on this thing, should I be prepping the yellow parts with some white? Hello, Mr. Zork and Mr. Zoidpinhead. So there's going to be a yellow stripe on this part where it's currently blue. Technically correct, Orinoco, but if there's already blue, is it really pink working? I don't know. Would I even get pink on such a detail? I don't know. Plus, do I even have pink? I don't think so. Or... oh yeah, never mind, I got pink. I think I haven't used this in a long time. Give it a good shake. A very good shake. Look at that. I think was the wallet number on the back also in yellow? I think so. Let me double check. Yeah. So we need some pixie purple. I think that's not enough shaken. Loud noises warning. I'm going to invoke the machine-operated paint shaker device. Noise in 3, 2, 1. Nail polish shaker, not as good as the Vortex, but beats shaking my arm like a lunatic. Oh, this is much better. So everybody is screaming, use pink before you apply yellow. Oh, I'm going to give this a try for the first time. If this goes horribly wrong, you're all at fault. What? Do what on camera? Shaking paints vigorously? Amanda, as far as I know, for some odd reason, the pink helps the yellow to stand out. And hadn't I seen it done by other painters, I wouldn't try this. I guess that's something that's part of the color magic particles. No, what I mean, what's it called? Ah, dang it! Yeah, you try to get me question myself, Ewok. You dirty old man. Dang it, what's the word I'm looking for? Pigments, that's the one. Pigments. Somehow yellow and pink pigments seem to enhance each other for some odd reason. Hmm. Don't make me laugh, no, I need to concentrate. Keyboard, just let it all out. I'm not reading the comments, so be yourself. Let auto moderator get you. Because I, for hell sure, am not moderating. Unless you're a contact selling spam bot, then you get shoved out the door. Oh, you did better. You were way better than just turning a leaf joke. Ewok. Are you sick? Are you tired? Your puns had been better, sir, if I do say so myself. How do I get there? Fucking hell. Have a good night, Manda. Rest well. Why is it that maintaining a tip on your brush is such hard work? Why can't anybody invent a brush that keeps its tip? Can't be that hard, can it? Bloody thing. Speaking of Warren, have you seen his knee? That man really is taking his health not seriously, I feel. Shattering his knee. That silly man. So, what are you looking for at Salute? Is there any participation games you want to try? Are you even holding some games? Are you just there for the visual interest? Are you looking to buy? Are you going to trade? Yeah, the X-ray I think wasn't his own, if I remember correctly. Just something Lloyd showed for demonstration purposes. But just imagining shattering your knee like that is ouchie. Big ouchie. Wonky is still looking for a way to get there. Couldn't you set up something like who's going to salute has spare room in his car and is going to take me with him? Set up some Uber-like service. Back in the day, so roughly 20 years ago, that was the norm to get around. Can't afford a long-range train ticket. Do not have a car. Can't afford to rent a car on your own. Just do a little quick search who's driving to your destination and has still some seats left. Zolpinhead is at Salute first time for a long time and is looking to buy stuff. If you're buying Rome, maybe send some Lloyds away as a gentle reminder. Just saying. Though I feel we will never see Lloyd build Rome. Unless he gets something Rome-esque for his model railway. Then maybe. Ewok Kebab wants 3D printed Daleks. Oh, with electric wheelchair and minions. If it's an electric wheelchair, why not add a sound button that just goes exterminate? And pre-colored room straight to Jerry. Well, he still would need to build it then. And I think that's the whole point of this meme, that Jerry doesn't want to build Rome. It's too bright. Oh, could mix it. I don't think any of the OTT crew are into that hobby except Jerry and Shay. I'm not sure anybody can be as into the hobby as Jerry is. To be fair, he's into anything that's miniatures. Warren has stated last time he was on the show that he fell off the train a bit because his shakes got worse. So I can see why he's not in the best mood to paint. Don't know about Lloyd. Justin seems to be 40k or nothing, and John has different hobbies as well. He's got his Miata, he's got his Gundam, and he's got his Missus. So I think he's good on many fronts. I forgot his RC vehicles. Yeah, and of course Ben, Lord of the Rings, Warhammer Fantasy, Dwarves, left, right, and center. Borrows and Badgers. Let's not forget Borrows and Badgers. Tom, I don't know how Tom fits into that equation. Is Tom Tom any times been seen doing hobby, or is he just the tech guy? Yes, I agree with you. It would be nicer if things like building conquest armies would have worked. But then again, I'm not there. I don't do the. I'm not sure how the workload is currently. What business daddy may demand or don't. But quick question to the audience: how do we feel about the new layout of the show? It seems like Jerry is now forced to come into the studio to do the weekend and the XLBS. And with a similar backdrop for him and whoever is co-hosting with him and Ben, it has a almost studio-like vibe, in my opinion. It feels like it's a good compromise, not being just phone in from home, but appear to be more professional. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Well, they had worn the T-shirts in the front stage show for some time, even when Jerry was phoning in from home. But having a similar appearance with the background, with Jerry and host number 2 having the brown shelving in the background, and Ben having similar white shelving, it feels a bit more coherent. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but the cutting from who's shown on screen has also changed quite a bit. There were several angles when Justin was completely gone and just 2 people on screen. Before it was either all or just one. I wonder what happened there. You feel it felt a bit dialed in? Well, I can't tell you that your feelings are wrong, but I didn't feel that way. Though it looked strange, to be honest. And I was waiting for Jerry just reaching over to Justin to slap it on the head or something. just because he's in reach. Hello, Crispin. One day you will go to Salute. That's nice. Hello, I'm Crispin. I want to go to Salute. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Wonky. It'll be different. But I think we've pestered them now for so long that it's safe to say it won't happen anymore. Maybe for some special occasions. Interview partners in studio. But, yeah. Also, they had more guests on the Weekender show back in the day before the event. Or do I misremember that? Yeah, you mentioned that before, Crispin. It would be very interesting to meet actual people from OTT, from any kind, part of the world. I think the closest currently would be Amanda and the missing in action Mr. Cheese Me. Unless there's somebody hiding on the site that's closer to me and I don't know that they're there, which is a possibility. There could always be some sneaky one hiding. Yeah, Jill, you do have a point. Why pay a company to promote your stuff when somebody is doing it more or less for free? Because let's face it, the big influencers also charge you money. Crispin, how do you define a beer run? Running around from pub to pub? Or just sitting in one location and getting smashed? I'm usually more the one who picks a pub that's comfortable and then I glue myself to a chair. The odd thing about my little town here is we have way too many bars and cafes for the size we are actually. I shouldn't have painted everything blue. It's making the straps hard to see now. Well, this is going to be a gaming miniature, not a painting competition miniature. Yeah, same. Evenings get cheaper with age. At least in the grand scheme of things. But on the other hand, I don't tend to drink the ultra cheap beers anymore. There's no assault rifles and no Walmarts here. Worst that could happen here is somebody takes a chair and knocks it over your head. Usually. It's a very friendly little town, mostly. Oh, that's always been my point, Jill. I never went, or rarely went, with the premise of I'm getting smashed. I never could excuse such expenses. If I had, for some reason, the urge to get silly drunk, I would do it like I'd invite a friend or two over to my place. We would drink a couple of tequila shots, and yeah, that's about it. Makes for a relatively cheap evening. Start with tequila shots, go to the club, and add another beer for completeness. Whoever thought it would be a good thing to add all these tiny straps, Mr. Figure Sculpting Person? Oh, and to my total annoyance, today I realized that this set of the TV series, the resin set, is 4 figures, and there's a new set with the same 4 figures plus a Mr. Snip Snip. Highly annoyed. Don't have a Mr. Snip Snip now. Oh, Mr. Wonky Goblin only goes for the vodka. Well, that's always also a way to have it relatively cheap evening. But funnily, for some reason, I never found any difference in all of the vodkas I tried. They all taste like rubbing alcohol to me. All these fine details are making me really, really annoyed. And why is the pink starting to desaturate? To separate, rather. The pink is going absolutely bonkers. Who spat in my pink? Japanese heart trend. You mean where the ladies do a little finger sign and press their boobs in? That's not a new thing, is it? Seen that ages ago. Are you living behind a rock? By any chance? I'm not looking that up right now. But I need a sip. I need a drink. And today's flavor is brown lemonade. Anything can be vulgar if done right, Crispin. Excuse me. Vulgar display of power. Great music album. Highly recommend. Well, it's good advertisement that people think Smirnoff is a good vodka. And let's face it, most people don't drink vodka in a pure form. They just mix it with anything. And at that point, it's rather irrelevant what kind of vodka you're using, because it just the taste that potentially was there is getting smothered by orange juice, milk, or what have you. Jack Daniels. And who is going to mention Southern Comfort? Nobody. It's all just a question of marketing. Make people believe your product is good. Jack Daniels is not a bourbon, says Jill. I have no clue. I tend to differentiate drinks. It's either beer or something with a lot of alcohol in it, and in that case, it just falls into two categories: I like or I don't like. Favorite non-alcoholic beverage? Go. I'm going to say my daily driver is coffee, as you might have guessed. Other than that, whatever comes my way. Wondering why it's so silent all of a sudden. YouTube has decided to cut video again. A Diet Coke addiction. Well, as long as you're aware that it's an addiction, I don't think there's as much harm doing it. I want to paint some base details. What do we hear? Mummy robes, white. No. I'm not going to cheat this time. So the bony parts on the bases are going to get painted in, what's it called? Blanco Hueso, bone white. Wes Altman had, if your coffee tastes like mud, you might either want to change the method of brewing or a different kind of coffee. But that's just from my very skewed perspective. Why is there just air bubbling out? Rum. Never could get behind rum or gin, that fact. But that's for the most part. High percentage alcohol isn't something I drink in large quantities. So there is a little skull. Hello, little skull. You're getting painted. Hello. Look how happy he is. Happy little skull. Finally getting some love and attention. Hello. That's... nice rum, can't remember the name. That's the worst kind. If you have a drink somewhere, even worse when it's a cocktail, you can't remember what it's called and you never find it again. It's like when you're losing your paint recipe. I like talking to skulls. Skulls are such good listeners. Unless they're sitting on some kind of grandfather clock. inside a king's castle, guarding the entrance to the cave of the Red Bull, screaming, "Unicorn! Hangout! Unicorn!" I should rewatch that movie. Christopher Lee doing voiceover in German as well. Starbucks is being blacklisted because of the crap in their coffee. Ah, nice. Things you can't make up. The chat is now being a list of recommendations on gins and rums. I wouldn't have thought it was happen without Jerry being here. Though we didn't have funny beer cans in a long time now. Does he also have some skulls on it? No, no skulls. What a shame. Now, I think the pink has had enough time to dry. Let's see what happens if I use yellow on it. What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Wonky Goblin? Brown lemonade is a non-alcoholic beverage. And it's only because of Jerry's claim that it made me silly, that it should make me silly, and it doesn't make me silly. It just brings out the best in me. Yeah, we need some yellow. Now, here's yellow, here's the brush. I might want to invest into a different yellow sooner than later. Yes, brown lemonade is non-alcoholic. It's just cola and orange lemonade mixed. There's nothing in it. Not sure yet. The trouble is the sunburst yellow from way back when is a very thin paint to begin with. That's why I'm just saying I might need a new different solid yellow, because this is starting to flow more like a wash than anything. But all in all, it's looking better than I would have expected. It's like you lot knew what you were talking about. You all say such horrible things. Have you drank orange lemonade? Probably. Have you drank cola? Probably. It's just different colored, sugary water with flavors in it. That doesn't sound like us. You bet it does. You just want to make me go mad. I challenge each and every one of you. I dare you, go out, grab yourself a cola and an orange fizzy lemonade and make a 50-50 mix, try it, and then tell me it's not interesting. I'm not saying it's going to be good or you're going to like it, but it's not as bad as you might think it is. Hello, an autistic artist. Welcome. Yeah, for some odd reason, this pink backdrop, yellow over it, really works. And it shapes even more into yellow, or shifts more into yellow once this paint starts drying. Which is fascinating to just look at. Sounds like reviews on TripAdvisor. Oh, now. I mean, the most weirdest thing I've ever drank in my life, and I'm still a bit ashamed of it, was Southern Comfort mixed with Sprite. Because everything else had been done for, and yeah, we were drunk as fuck. Not going to do that again anytime soon, though. The tip is ruining it. The tip is not holding anymore. Malibu and Iron Brew. Since I've never had Iron Brew, I can't really attest to the taste. By the looks of it, I imagine it tastes somewhat similar to Red Bull. Or any other energy drink, for that matter. Inventing a drink in honor of his wife. Did she file for divorce afterwards? Let's color correct this before I forget. Yeah, for some silly reason, the yellow and pink really works. That sounds like a dentist's nightmare. Autistic artist. Well, most things that are good are either unhealthy, not good for your teeth, or something in between. So it's all relative. I'm not sure if it's the light or my eyes getting tired, but I'm having a hard time focusing on the colors. I'm not sure have the ability to get cotton candy anywhere outside certain festivities. So I must decline the offer of trying that weird recipe. Though I do like most things that come with caramel and peanuts and chocolate. I do enjoy those things. Oh, I'm not sure who gave me the recommendation on the book on painting last time. I looked it up. It's only available in English, sadly, but it's on my wish list for my used bookseller. So if it comes in, I might just snap it. But then again, I really don't like reading books on color theory in not my native tongue. It just I just missed too many details. Uh, that's the dream of my daughter, going to the local ice cream vendor and just try one scoop of each. Which would lead to a very sickly kid at the end of the day. Because the local vendor has many tastes or many flavors. Oh, and I totally forgot to ask you folk, how have your Easter holidays have been? Did you have an enjoyable, quiet time? Were you forced to interact with family, or did you have some recreational time for yourself? Did you manage to get a breather to relax and enjoy the weekend, the days off, if you had any days off? Rumor has it people of certain what do you call it, job descriptions need to work on holidays as well. I didn't. Yeah, you're only a kid once, but if you spoil yourself with ice cream, that might lead to a life of revolting ice cream, and we don't want that. Plus, nobody has the money to do that kind of thing, because good ice cream ain't cheap anymore. Bunny was very kind to you. That's sounds almost a wee bit dirty, if you don't mind me saying. I like the way bolt gun metal looks, but way does it number on the brushes. Oh, I was expecting that you meant candies. Just say that the wording left room for interpretation, and I'm a very dirty-minded man, as the audience can attest. $7 car trip. Oh, Jeebus. You have my sympathy. And I was complaining about the 1 hour trip to the mother-in-law. I mean, usually I do not mind driving around, but yeah. There was a time when I enjoyed driving around in the car much more than I do today. Lamb for 3 days. Yeah, I guess if you're gnawing on one leg on your own, there's some volume to be had. I think I will repaint the face. I don't like the look of the speed paint face color over this particular model. For some odd reason, it doesn't work. Sometimes some do lamb suit, some do bake lamb shaped what you call cakes. I had we actually were with my mother-in-law at a Indian restaurant, and I had some lamb. Jill, by saying you made yourself a shoulder, I'm guessing you're referring to lamb and not your own shoulder. Oh, I do look so tasty tonight. I need to have a go. Nom nom nom. Don't eat yourself. I know people say trust the process, but boy, I'd trust the process a lot more if it wouldn't look so ugly at stages. Some painting stages just make me want to go, nah, that's not good. Eat the dog. I wonder, I just had a thought. The Fallout video games used a lot of very old original songs. If I were to use them on stream, would I get copyrighted claimed, or are they now public domain and I could just use them? If so, that would be something to keep in mind next time I paint something Fallouty. Need to look into that. Yeah, that's exactly it. And the worst part is if you don't, like I am really comfortable with your level of painting and not really trusting yourself to actually get stuff done, or like now, potentially ruining everything because you're just not having enough fine motor controls to get stuff done, or using the wrong brush, or ignoring warning signs like splicing hairs on a brush. After 70 years, well, I'll need to look up the. I think there's ample playlists for Fallout music. Also, why is it that you just noticed several white spots after you finished painting several different places? It's so annoying. Well, that's what you get for just going all willy-nilly and not having a proper actual sheet of your painting progress, Mr. Keyboard. 40 is a quite a different number than something along the lines of 12 to 15. Enjoy that progress. Mm. The Pip-Boy is going to get a little drop of speed paint oak skin, because that should look nice under the over the what do you call it, metallic. At least I hope so. Barely noticeable for you lot, is it? But I think I like it. That's okay. Now, the worst contestant of all 4 models out of this set, my opinion, to paint, is going to be this fellow here. Very little good picture reference to be had. And he's basically just brown and brown and brown. Battletech Universe book. Never heard of that. I'd recommend you just grab some random Battletech novels and read those. I went all in and watched all of them, read all of them. They vary in quality, but some of them are very good. Not sure about his skin color. It's a mix of orange and whatnot. Do I have? Of course not. Yeah, I'm just looking at one frame of him. It's the hat is light brown, the duster is brown, same color as his vest. He's got a dark shirt under that. There's a yellow dot on one of his belt buckles. And the trousers, they have stripes, but they're barely noticeable. Well, if you enjoy painting strange brown miniatures, that more than power to you, but I don't think it's my cup of tea. Let's see how this works. A reddish skin color. This is getting more pink than anything. Plus, it doesn't help that you can't really get any accurate color graded pictures. He has a very weird ghoulish skin tone, so I'm just going to go with this. It's only the head. It doesn't look so bad on the mini. I'll never be able to recreate it, but then again, I don't need to. Because all the ghouls look different. The best thing about the ghoul, no hair to paint. I hate painting hair. But it seems like I ran into priming problems with this one again. Certain spots on the miniature just won't take any paint. Same trouble I had with Maximus the other day. The metallic wasn't really keen on sticking to the mini. So I had to apply several layers and move it around while it was drying. I gotta say, I was a bit disappointed when I've seen in the making of the Fallout TV series that the ghoul nose is actually removed in post and is not a practical effect mask, which I would have liked much more. But then again, no, this set is a resin. It's the original movie character set. The other two sets with the floating bot and the ones without the power armor, those are the newer sets. They come in plastic, but these are resin. So I'm not sure how much that influences the actual painting progress. And again, one of those colors that's so thin, even though it's so old. Snakebite leather. Barely making a dent in the color scheme. Yeah, I did watch them very, very thoroughly. I almost lost the dog's leg because the dog... That's the funny thing. The dog came in 5 parts. Body with head and 4 legs. No, 6 parts. The tail was separate too. That took some finagling. Well, they bulked up his face anyway, because all the additional skin that's there. I don't think that would have looked terrible per se, but I guess there's a limit to practical effects. It just looks odd when you see a making of and he runs around in ghoul costume, ghoul mask, and has a nose. At first you're going like, something's wrong, something's odd. And then you notice, oh, he's got a nose. Good night, Jill. Enjoy your rest of the evening. I hope the weather turns all better next few days so you can get working on your allotment. Oh, hello, Lazagram. When did you join in? Just now, I hope? Because I didn't see you earlier. Where did my music go? Do good, continue play music, you stupid son of a bitch. Eventually you check your emails. Well, yeah. It's not like this is happening every Tuesday at the same time. But no worries. I think I'll be around for some more minutes. See, there's some wood that needs painting. The good thing about these miniatures is there's so much little stuff to do. You can just go in and do whatever. Not quite sure on the color I'm going to use for the soil. I might just go for a very dusty gray. Yep, it's the Fallout minis. It's the TV series thingamajig. The early run. Good night, Mr. Wonky. Have fun and enjoy working on your miniatures. We haven't had much progress on that part for some time now. Bricks! Let's paint some red bricks. Yeah, Denzian is a madman, and even though most of his stuff is 3D printed, it's hard to blame him for that because most of the stuff is by Modifius as just a STL, so you need to print it in some capacity. And even if they were to sell these walls, doors, and whatnot as a physical product, I guess they would be rather expensive. But I really like the modular system of walls and stuff. And I think if nothing changes too dramatically, I will give the solo play rules for the second edition of Wasteland Warfare a go. See how that works. I mean, most single player games I feel really fall flat on their face if the enemy mechanic is not working, if it's just too dumb, for lack of a better word. That being said, I've never played single player games so far, outside computer games, that is. So I can't really tell if there's a good system out there or not. Because most fun in gaming is when you have a opponent to bounce off of. To have some light banter and enjoy if he fails miserably on a dice roll, or laugh if both fail on a dice roll miserably. Good night, Mr. Keyboard. See you next week, hopefully. Do take care to greet all the OTT team for me on Absolute. Oh, I need a break. Hold on a sec. I need something to drink. And yeah, the Amazon show is quite a thing. It's better than I expected. It would be almost perfect if they also had got the cast correct. But I guess that wasn't in the budget. A giant cockroach. Oh, you know what? That cockroach is not going to be gray. That's going to be an radiant color green cockroach. Oh, I still have some green on my palette. Is it still good? Oh, yeah, grand. Let's just... That's color on the basing there. Poison green. Nuclear. It's spelled nuclear. Now, where does the red roach end and where does the base stop? Glowing red roach on base. Num num. Some of the twigs and branches or roots. Well, everybody fell silent now that Ewok Kebab and Wonky have left the chat. Can't blame you. Watching paint dry isn't really exciting, is it? Plus, I hope that you lot also do some hobby. Get some things done, maybe sort your painting desk. Or did I go accidentally offline? I don't think so. OBS would have told me. Oh. But looking at the time, it's almost time for our tightly scripted half hour. I think I'm at a good stopping point. And thank you lot there for being there. I hope to see you again next week when there's the 300th episode. Hopefully Jerry will find time and will not be too exhausted from what do you call it? From Salut. So with that being said, you go home now. Do something productive. Enjoy your evening. Goodbye.